Hello, beautiful soul friends. Thank you for being here for yet another mindful and self-nurturing journaling session. Today's quote is one of my very favorite one for journaling that focuses on positivity, and it's by Paulo Coelho, stating that the less you respond to negative people, the more positive your life will become. The quote is suggesting that reducing reactions to negative people enhances positivity in life. This philosophy aids in emotional self care and encourages establishing personal boundaries and priorities to protect your mental health and energies. It emphasizes controlling reactions, responding rather than reacting to external negativity, thus preserving emotional energy for constructive, nurturing, valuable, and positive relationships and self growth. I'm your host, Sidika Schuyler, with Quantum Healist at quantumhealist.com. These are mindful journaling sessions designed to truly detox and declutter your mind, heart, body, and soul for a more joyful, balanced, and aligned lifestyle. Your session will begin with a quote, usually, to help you easily remember and apply healthy and self-nurturing techniques into your daily life. I will explain the significance of the quote, and after my explanation, we then begin the journaling session with my given questions. So for right now, I would like to take a little pause and explain to you how this works. I'm going to go ahead and phase out my beautiful face so that you can go ahead and continue just to focus on the significance of the quote and apply it into your experiences and reflect upon them. After we're done with that, I'm going to come back and you get to see and revisit my beautiful face as I give you the questions. Remember, the journaling questions are provided for you on the bottom. And I will make a point to, if you have any questions, to email me through my website if you have any questions, and I will answer them for you as soon as possible. Okay? Thank you again, and let's continue. Now, I'm going to go ahead and begin the explanation and the significance of the quote for you now. This session is the longest session, I believe, so far, and it's one of my favorite ones because although it is a very simple quote, it is a very intricate and very healing quote to help you jumpstart your healing journey or to really enhance your life experiences and therapeutic journey. All right, so let's begin. Thank you. Okay, now, the less you respond to negative people, the more positive your life will become. It encompasses a profound truth about emotional health and life management. The statement has both mindful and mindfully therapeutic and life lesson implications, offering guidance on how to navigate interpersonal relationships and emotional challenges for a better, more fulfilling life. Mindfully speaking, and as well as therapeutically, scientifically also speaking, the quote suggests that our thoughts, feelings, and actions are interconnected. Negative people often propagate thoughts that serve as emotional triggers. When we engage with these triggers, it could spiral into negative feelings and detrimental behaviors, ultimately affecting our mental health. Limiting such engagements, as suggested by the quote, becomes a form of self-care. It allows us to preserve our emotional energy, enabling us to invest in relationships and activities that genuinely nurture our entire health and well-being. In this sense, the quote offers a pragmatic therapeutic tool, selective engagement. This isn't about ignoring or suppressing emotions, but about choosing wisely where to invest your emotional labor. From a life lesson standpoint, the quote champions the philosophy of taking control over one's circumstances. In life, we often can't control what happens to us or what others do, but we can control how we react. The quote urges us to exercise this control by disengaging from negativity. It speaks to the idea of personal boundaries, reminding us that we have the right and the responsibility to protect ourselves from undue emotional strain, unnecessary ones. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting off all contact with people who are negative, but rather engaging with them in a way that minimizes their impact on our mental state. Sometimes this might mean physically distancing ourselves, but it could also mean emotional or mental distancing, recognizing that negativity, but choosing not to let it affect us deeply, meaning looking at it from a neutral standpoint. Um, what I mean by that is, perhaps when the other person speaks to you, you often do not get emotionally involved. You simply just observe and listen and pretend as if someone is just wanting you to listen. And also setting out boundaries. That one of the things that I do is, I often say, I really care about you. I love you. And I want the best for you. Right now, I'm just not available, and my head is not available type, for this level or this type of emotional support that you require. Um, I want to be here for you. So now those are some of the boundaries that I place on the people that I truly care about. But honestly, there are some people who are just amazing people. However, they are energy thief. And they make you feel really heavy. And so what I do in those cases is, when we usually often hang out, I pick a subject that we could both relate to. There are all these like little cards that are conversation and relationship cards. You can choose one of those, or more often, even for your own health and for your own practice of being very just light and positive and fun and adventure. I often pick a game, a game to play anywhere where we are. Or perhaps I choose places. I love live music. I love engaging in arts and crafts and all kinds of activities. So when I start doing that, people often go at first, oh, I don't really want to do, or I don't know, or they realize that I have shifted the conversation, and then they will engage either way. If they don't, you might want to consider more of a serious talk. Hey, I really love you and I care about you, or I really value our friendship. However, I'm just not there mentally and emotionally. I don't have a lot to give. And I, until I learn how to process that, make it about yourself. It's okay. I would love for us to perhaps just shift our conversations, or perhaps I can just listen, and um, perhaps we could just not have these types of conversations. All right. Okay. Now, um, continuing on, this life lesson goes beyond merely making your life more positive with this quote. It's about effectiveness and efficiency. By choosing not to engage with negativity, you actually free up emotional resources to deal with challenges that are genuinely important and not just urgent due to imposed stress. It makes you a more resilient, centered person who can better contribute to the well being of others. After all, it's much easier to extend a helping hand when you yourself are standing on solid ground, rather than just anybody and everybody at all the time are reaching out to take your beautiful positive energies, or what may be left of it. The beauty of this quote lies in its simplicity and its universal um, application. Whether you are a student dealing with a difficult peer, or an employee with a challenging coworker, or anyone facing the general ups and downs of life, the quote serves as a reminder that your energy is a limited resource that should be spent wisely. It brings attention to the quality of emotional expenditure, advocating for a lifestyle that prioritizes well being and personal growth. The alignment of words, thoughts, and emotions is considered critical for mental and emotional health in various, not only mindful, religious, spiritual, psychological, and spiritual traditions, integrating perspective from quantum theory and neuroscience, like these thinkers like Joe Dispenza, Amit Goswami, Nassim Haramein suggest that this alignment may be rooted in the very fabric of the universe and the nature of consciousness itself. Let me repeat that. Integrating perspectives from quantum theory and neuroscience, it is suggested that these alignments might be rooted in the very fabric of the universe and the nature of consciousness itself. Quantum physics proposes that at its core, for example, reality is non-material and interconnected. Traditional physics discusses matter as if it's separated from the observer, but quantum theory implies that the observer cannot be detached from the observed reality, suggesting that our thoughts, feelings, and emotions and our words can potentially influence the reality we experience, a notion supported by the famous double slit experiment. If you want to look it up, there are a million double slit experiment videos made for kids and for everyone to understand how your focus, how energy flows, where focus goes, and how your focus, your words, your thoughts, your emotions, and your surroundings, and everything you choose, every action you take, every focus you place, I'll be watching you. So the universe is actually designed to flow the energy to create the reality where you place all of your focuses on. And the double slit experiment, in this experiment, it is proven. So to explain this experiment, the behavior of particles changed depending on whether they were observed, which poses the question of whether consciousness is integral in shaping physical reality. Now let's take this a step further with neuroscience. Our brain continuously forms neural pathways based on our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to recognize and form new neural connections, suggests that habitual ways of thinking and feeling can literally reshape our brain. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that by intentionally aligning our thoughts and emotions and our words, essentially changing our state of being, we can rewire our brain for better health, for more happiness, and even transformative experiences. This conscious rewiring resonates with quantum physics' idea about the participatory nature of reality, suggesting that internal coherence, no, I'm repeating it on purpose, can influence external circumstances. In line with these views, Goswami introduces the concept of quantum consciousness, proposing that mental and emotional alignment could bring about a state of quantum coherence in the brain. When the brain's functioning aligns in this coherent state, it could operate much like a quantum system where multiple possibilities coalesce into a single reality based on choices made at the quantum level. In simpler terms, when you are mentally and emotionally aligned, you're making it easier for your brain to function optimally, which in turn might have a cascading effect on the reality you experience. But what does this all mean for mental and emotional well-being? The clue lies in the idea that we are not just passive observers. observers of a predefined reality, but active participants in shaping our experiences. Achieving alignment among thoughts, words, and emotions is like tuning an instrument. It creates a state of internal coherence that can lead to a more harmonious experiences both inside and out. Such alignment can generate a sense of control and efficacy, reducing stress and promoting emotional well being. So, if our internal states do indeed have the power to influence external reality, as quantum theory suggests, then achieving this alignment is not just therapeutic, but potentially transformative. It can turn us into more effective creators of our own narratives, of our own designers of our lives, imbuing with us the ability to bring about real, meaningful change. And so, yes, I'm going to conclude this. The integration of insights from quantum physics and neuroscience provides an expansive framework to understand why the alignment of our thoughts, words, and emotions is crucial for our mental and emotional well being. By working to achieve this alignment, we're essentially tuning ourselves to operate optimally, both in terms of neural functioning and in our interaction with the broader interconnected fabric of reality. So, based on the thorough analysis of the quote, the less you respond to negative people, the more positive your life will become, as well as the insights from quantum theory and neuroscience. The following 4 therapeutic journaling questions aim to guide you in improving your well-being, reinforcing personal boundaries, and fostering a greater sense of internal alignment. Now, journaling can be a powerful tool to explore your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and to align them for better mental, emotional, physical health, well-being. Here are also the first 8 questions, and then we're going to do 4 more questions followed by that. So 12, I have divided them into 2 different categories. The 2 different categories are like the evaluating, becoming aware of your emotional and mental state, and the other one is about how your environment is and how you could help improve it and enhance it. All right. So thank you for being here. Let's start these beautiful this very healing and transformative, I should say, in transmuting and evolving journaling questions. Thank you for being here. It'll be just a minute. I will pull those up. Your question number 1 is, what negative triggers did I encounter today? Identify the negative influences or triggers you encountered today, write them down, and ask yourself how they made you feel. This question ties back to the concept of selectively engaging with negativity for better emotional health and awareness. Now, question number 2, what thoughts predominated my mind today? Understanding that thoughts influence emotions and reality, what recurring thoughts were most predominant today? And do this question for the next few days if you're able to, for the next 3, 4, 5 days, to really understand the thoughts that truly recur, and that are predominating, or that are dominating your entire day, your happiness and your stressors, your all of it. Okay. Now, these thoughts, were they constructive or destructive? This can help you become more aware of the thoughts and patterns that might require realignment. The third question is, what emotions did I most strongly experience? As emotions are interconnected with thoughts and external realities, understanding what you feel can provide clues about your internal state. Were these emotions in alignment with your thoughts and actions? and your values? Number 4, how did my words reflect my internal state today? For example, words are a manifestation of your thoughts and emotions. Did your words today mirror what you were thinking and truly feeling? Or was there a disconnect at some point? Number 5, what actions can I take to align my thoughts, words, and emotions? Building on the concepts of quantum coherence and neuroplasticity, as we talked about, think of actions that can help align your internal state for optimal functioning and health and well-being overall. Number 6, what boundaries can I set to minimize negative impact? Reflect on your interactions and identify where setting boundaries could protect your emotional and mental energy as a step towards a more positive environment, life experiences, and relationships. What are 3 positive affirmations I can focus on tomorrow? Affirmations can serve as a tool for intentional thought alignment. Now, we want these affirmations to be something that you can focus on positively, but also that are true, that you could do. So, which can influence both your neural pathways and potentially your external reality, since, we live in a quantum world, quantum universe, and just naturally, in very simple words, energy flows where focus goes and create our reality based on all of our thoughts, emotions, and words, and reactions and everything that we do every day. Now, question number 8 is, how do I feel after writing all of this down? The act of journaling itself can be very therapeutic, and we know this. Assess how you feel after putting your thoughts and feelings onto a paper. Has it created sense of awareness and alignment, and sense of, hey, you know what? Sense of peace in knowing that, I'm doing pretty good. These are the areas now I know that could use some extra love. Okay. Now, these additional questions are designed to help you gain self-awareness and to actively participate in shaping your internal and external experiences. They serve as a guide to making conscious choices that align with your emotional and well-being, and also with your values. So question number 1 is, how did I respond to negative influence today, and how did it really affect my emotional and mental state? Reflect on your interactions with people who exude negativity. Did you engage with them, and if so, how did it affect your emotional well-being? This helps you identify triggers and emotional drains, aligning with the principle of selective engagement for self-care, of course. Now, question number 2, what steps can I take to limit engagement with negative influences? Given that our emotional and mental state can influence our external realities, think about concrete steps you could take to minimize the impact of negative people on your life and your life experiences. This question serves as a practical application of the concept of emotional and mental distancing. Now, number 3, how am I allocating my emotional resources? In the light of notion that we participate in shaping our own experiences and reality, evaluate how you are allocating your emotional energy. Are you spending it on urgent but unimportant emotional challenges, or are you investing it in meaningful relationships and endeavors that contribute to your entire health, to every aspect of your happiness towards your healing journey? Do I feel aligned in my thoughts, words, and actions? If not, what's causing this dissonance? Drawing upon the neuroscience principle of neuroplasticity and quantum consciousness that we just talked about, assess whether your thoughts, words, and actions are in alignment. If you notice a disconnect delve into what might be causing this. Consider how achieving a greater alignment could enhance your well being and your interaction with the world itself. Becoming aware is to ask yourself, like, am I doing all of this for myself, or to be validated, or am I doing this, are my thoughts and emotions and some of my beliefs not aligned, or my friends are not really the type of friends I would choose if I had a choice? Why am I making those choices, right? If my emotional, mental, and verbal frequencies and energies are not aligned, why aren't they? It could be, yeah, my upbringing, but what can I do? So I often ask the question, why, and where is it coming from, and how can I move on from it? So I start with what am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Where is it coming from? Is it true? And how can I move on from it if it's not true? Or how can I improve it? How can I enhance it? How can I disconnect from this gently, so that I can be of higher purpose and better service to others, including myself? Okay. Now, we are done. I know these are a lot of questions. These are 12 questions right there. So think about these. These questions bring out a lot in us when it comes to fear, right? Most of us function from a place of fear. Oh my God, look at that! All that light coming in here. There's beautiful light coming through with all the colors and everything. It's coming through my window. Anyhow, um, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please do comment and email me. My website is quantumhelist.com. If you have any questions, just connect with me, okay? I would love to answer your beautiful questions and your concerns. Thanks again. I am your host, Sidika Schuyler, with Quantum Helist at quantumhelist.com. And always remember that you are your own only limit. Take care. Thanks again for being here. And let's chat until next time. Ta-ta.